Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're looking at the ultimate backswing. We're looking at getting the right tilt in your backswing, the right width in your backswing, and at the same time the right depth in your backswing. So the three big elements of the backswing. If you do this, not a lot can go really wrong on the downswing. You have to probably make a conscious effort to make the downswing bad. Obviously, if you've got already ingrained habits to be bad in the downswing, they're going to want to still be there. But you do this, you can have every opportunity to swing the golf club correctly and perfectly on the way down. So if you are a new viewer, please consider following or subscribing. I post videos every week on a variety of subjects, all designed to help lower your scores and improve your golf. So also please post any questions as we go along down below in the comments box. Keep watching to learn about the backswing. So I've got a few gadgets on here to help me demonstrate this, more for the visuals, and it works particularly well for me in how I learn. I like to have some kind of visual or something to use as feedback. Now, as I said in the introduction, we're looking really at the ultimate backswing. So getting the right turn, the right tilt, the right depth of the arms, the right width of the arms. I've got two external balls here and I'm going to move them to the right positions now, depending on how I'm set up to the ball. But the idea being, what I'm going to try and do is on the backswing, try and get this pointing nearer to the ball on the floor to get the tilt right in my body. So that gives me the right kind of left side bend and extension and so on. I'm going to try and feel that my arms are away from the shaft, also on my chest, and I'm going to give this a depth gear in a minute, again depending where I'm putting the ball, to give me the right depth at the same time. So the issues around this really are when people try and get depth, they quite often come out their posture and get too shallow with the shoulder turn. So this is going to make sure that doesn't happen. They also can get a little bit kind of narrow in here with the arms. So again, trying to keep the arms away from the stick is going to help that also. This is why this is the ultimate backswing. It does the three things I'd want to see in a backswing in one drill, practice drill, feedback station, whatever you want to call it. Now, in an ideal world, the shoulder tilt should point above the golf ball in a window, I would say, around about a foot past the golf ball, right? As a rough guide. So if I put this ball in here to the edge of the mat, and I've got about 20 inches or so from the ball from the edge of the mat, that's going to give me a way of trying to get the feeling of getting that shaft down to it. I can't achieve that. Let's make that a little bit easier. Let's just go somewhere like there. Still can't quite get there, but again, it's the visual that counts. Now, from my setup position, I'm going to place this ball roughly on my ankle. So again, anywhere around that ball I'm pretty happy with. If you watched the video I did a few weeks ago and I talked about the gears of depth of the backswing, this would probably be a gear 2. Again, gear 3 would be back of the heel, which would be the back edge of the ball. So anywhere from the front of that ball to the back of the ball, I'd be pretty happy with. So the idea would be I'd make a few practice swings. I'm trying to feel that my arm or the butt of the club is on that depth. At the same time, I point that down towards or nearer to the ball. Pretty hard for me because I tend to want to stand up in my backswing. Let's try ball. Felt pretty awkward, pretty deliberate. I'm not going to lie. I want it to feel awkward and deliberate. If it's not awkward and deliberate, I'm not changing anything. And certainly, in terms of my backswing, I want to change things. I want to have more width. I want to have more tilt in my backswing. But in terms of point of view of people I coach, if you can get good quality turn from the mid-spine, with a tilt, with width and depth, again, I can't really fault it then. We can look at the wrist mechanics on top of that. So making sure the left wrist is fairly flat. You know, too cupped or too rotated, I don't like. So fairly flat. That would be the ideal scenario for the whole backswing. You know, but this for me would be an excellent feedback station, visual station, to allow me to practice to get those three elements better. It's not about being perfect, it's about being better. And then letting that better influence our normal golf swing. So the ideal training regime would be 30-40 balls with that setup. Hitting balls, deliberate, conscious, filming probably every 5th or 6th one, checking it and seeing if it's better, if not making more exaggerations, more subtleties, whatever it needs to be done. Then you'd hit a couple of normal shots, but literally only a couple of normal shots. And the idea would be you keep that kind of ratio all the time. So 30 practice swings or practice shots doing deliberate action to 2 to 3 normal ones. When you play in the golf course, then do a practice swing that would resemble this, and then hit a shot with a single thought, like tilt the shoulder or depth of the wrists, or whatever you'd want to feel that gives you the biggest bang for your buck. Then play with conviction and trust, and if it's not as good as it should be as it is in practice, that's no problem. It's about the journey of going from A to B and making sure you can get gradually better, not being better day one. But hopefully the outcome of the shot is better continuously. You know, it's a journey, as I said, and the journey, the road to success is quite often never straight like a motorway. There's lots of detours, lots of roadblocks. We have to make some adjustments and change the learning quite often, recalibrate and all these kinds of things. So bear that in mind. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please click like and share the video. Also, if you haven't followed me already, please hit my logo in the bottom corner and join me on my journey. Let me help you improve your golf. Also, if you have any requests or comments or feedback, please post them down below also. Hopefully you're staying safe, and I look forward to seeing you back here real soon.